Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Hope everybody are staying strong. We can all agree, 2020 was a shit year. Particularly for me. 29 male. And my family. We lost our dad, beginning of the year, after he had a heart attack, and my little brother, 12, had no one to take care of him. Our mom died when he was 3, so our dad was all we had left. I fought for custody, and was appointed his legal guardian. Honestly, it hasn't been easy. We're still adjusting to these life changes, and my brother is taking it the hardest. For months, he was just not himself. Bad attitude, lashing out. I got him in therapy, because I knew he was just hurting, plus stress of pandemic. His behavior has improved so much since then, even if sometimes there's days where he's withdrawn. Days before Christmas, he was feeling sad, since it was our first holiday without Dad. That day, he asked to be left alone. We had a talk to discuss his feelings, and I gave him his space after that. My girlfriend was over that day, and I went out to buy groceries. When I got back, my brother was out of his room and helping out. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Yesterday, my brother and I were out having some guy time before going back home to get ready for New Year's Eve. My brother opened up about how grateful he is for everything, and he hopes that I don't change my mind about taking care of him. I asked why he'd think that, and he told me what happened. That day when I was out, my girlfriend went to his room to tell him he needs to change his attitude and stop moping. Her exact words: because he should be grateful I'm taking care of him at all. And that we can still hand him over to the state if we wanted to. I was furious about this, and had to reassure him that was never gonna happen, because he really was worried about it. We went home, I confronted my girlfriend, and she didn't deny it. She told me it's true, and there was nothing wrong with telling him to stop acting like that, when he should be grateful. I gave up my life to take care of him. And the things about giving him up isn't that big of a deal to her, because it's not like I'll actually do it. I said she still scared him with that threat, and told her to leave my apartment, because honestly, I was far too mad, and because I didn't want her to be near him right now. She started crying, there was more fighting, but she left in the end. It was just me and my brother for New Year's. Since last night, I've been bombarded with calls from all our friends for kicking her out, knowing she has no family and nobody else to spend the holiday with. Everyone has sided with her, and even my best friend says I may have overreacted by making her leave when she probably thought she was helping. They've heard my side of the story, but still think I was an ass for making her cry and spending the new year alone. I'm having trouble seeing how I could be so. Here I am looking for internet strangers to weigh in on this. Update. Okay, wow. This has gotten a ton of feedback. Thanks everyone for your kind and encouraging words. I might not have replied to a lot of the comments that made me smile, but just know that I read and appreciate them. I know I only posted this a few hours ago, but I've had a day to clear my head and really think about this. I talked to my brother because I wanted to know if she said anything else to him. Thankfully, she hasn't, and we had another serious chat to remind him everything she told him is completely false. I would never, in a million years, give him up, and that shouldn't have been put in his head. Another thing I told him was that I'm grateful he's here with me. Without him, I wouldn't have made it through the year, and I thanked him for giving me that strength to keep going. Someone who DM'd me suggested reassuring him that he's not somehow ruining my life, in case he feels any guilt for what she told him. Thank you for that suggestion. Now, I know you were all waiting on this news. Yes, I did break up with her. Thinking about what a lot of you said, talking to my brother about how this made him feel, and my own thoughts about how badly she acted, I decided that's not someone I want around me or him. I can't risk her doing something like this again, and ruining any progress he makes in therapy. I know, many of you think I should have done it on the spot, but I wanted to make this decision with a clear head, and not when my emotions were extremely high. She came by my place earlier, and we talked outside. Her reaction was as bad as you'd expect, and she still believed she did nothing wrong, even after I explained it all to her. There was just no making her understand, and I told her it was over. I gave her a couple of her things that were lying around my apartment, and she left. My phone started going off like an hour later, so I had to put it on Do Not Disturb. That's all the drama I could handle for one night. I'll deal with my friends some other time. Honestly, I'm exhausted, mentally and emotionally drained right now. I think this weekend.we'll do something to get our minds off this. I definitely need it, after everything, and I know my brother does too. It's been a hard year already, without all this extra drama. Anyways, sorry for the really long update, you guys. But I didn't want to leave anyone hanging. I'm sure more comments will keep coming. I probably won't be sleeping much tonight, so I'll keep my mind busy by reading and replying to more of you. Thanks again for the support. What a shitty way to start the new year. But there's hope for better things. One. His friends are terrible. Who sides with the person who tells a child who lost both parents something so hurtful? Assholes. Your girlfriend is cruel. 2. Yeah, I'm guessing she left out the part about threatening the poor brother with abandonment if he doesn't shape up. 3. There's a way to talk to a preteen about their attitude that doesn't involve threatening them with letting them go into foster care after both of their parents are dead. She may have thought that he would understand that wouldn't actually happen, but to say that to an insecure 12-year-old was heartless. I'm so glad OP had his brother's back. OP's brother is permanent in his life. 4. A very selfish person who is probably annoyed that she has to share her time with her boyfriend now that he is parenting a child and is responsible. An awful person. Someone definitely not mature enough to co-parent with. Take that to heart.